Hello, fellow humans, and welcome to Spelunky Daily Challenge Duel! Apparently Subliminal versus Slightly Absurd. Who will be the king? Today will be the daily challenge for May 13th, 2020. If it's your first time watching these videos, these sprites are made by my friend, Slightly Absurd. If it's not your first time watching these videos, they still are. It's not conditional upon those conditions, but rather a little bit of information. You've watched my videos before. Hey, good to see you, Jacob. The last few speed runs have gone really badly. Last few daily challenge duels have gone even worse. Finally made it into the black market yesterday. Was doing really well. Accidentally whipped a shopkeeper because there was a caveman falling on me. So today, we're gonna crush Jacob's pitiful score, proving finally that I am the temporary king of the Spelunky Daily Challenge Duel. The undeniable truth. let's go to the Oh my, that's good. That's really good. So yesterday, oh yeah, he made it to 2-3, I made it to 2-1. He did manage to beat Yama on 5-11, 5-12, 5-13. I wanted to save a rope. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please share, subscribe. Let's try some speedruns and see how it goes. That's too good. I did finally figure out yesterday, I started a new end video. So that I could switch to it at the end of the recording. I record these all on the fly, so I made a little segment and then photoshopped some Spelunky assets into a nice end screen for YouTube. And when I put it into the recording software, I forgot to set it up for monitoring. So when I switched to it yesterday, this is not a speedrun. We're gonna bomb ourselves here. When I set it up in the streaming software, I forgot to set it up for monitoring, as I said. So I didn't hear the audio, and I played this full screen. So I assumed that it wasn't working, when in fact it was actually working. I switched to it a couple of times. So maybe if I keep this going, I'll tack it on to the end of this run. You'll get to see it. Nice fancy treat for sticking around past the 4-minute mark. That was not the bomb I was hoping for. The bomb I deserved. Yeah, 23, 24 seconds. Yeah, this is this is not my day for Spelunky. But hey, I got a good laugh out of it. Hopefully you did too. Nothing else. I'm here to entertain. Certainly not here to set any records. Speaking of which, I was watching this video. There's some good banter for you. I was watching this video today of a few of them. Apparently Billy Mitchell is King of Kong, or he's a famous world record holder, alleged cheater, also alleged world record holder. I think it's fair to say to both. Hopefully Billy Mitchell doesn't find my channel and decide to sue me, but allegedly he's cheated, and allegedly he's a world record holder. But that's in for some dispute. And this Apollo Legend guy apparently is suing him now. They're both feeling litigious and going after one another in court to prove one or the other culpable of slander or libel. I don't really know how the law works regarding those things. All I know is it's kind of incredible, the amount of ego that goes into playing video games. Which is, it's been a humorous thing for Jacob and I to throw out that we're the kings, the temporary kings of Spelunky between the two of us. But hopefully, if nothing else, today's daily challenge duel is proof that neither of us are really take it that seriously. So hopefully it's actually entertaining rather than proof of our incredible prowess. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm decent at this game. I've beaten it, so I mean, it took me a long time to be able to figure out how, but the idea that someone might put, you know, so much stock into the fact that they have perfect human inputs is interesting to me, because here we are, you know, dying in the jungle. I've seen the temple, I think, once in the last week, and even then I blew myself up. Like, the idea that, like, perfect human inputs, like, you could play as if you were one of these, like, taskbot things is kind of amazing to me. That's what I was saying. You know, Jacob's much better at me than this game, admittedly. But I don't even think that he's... I mean, not to mention, he's also pretty talented at video editing at this point. I can't imagine him putting in the effort to try to impress people with fake gameplay. It's not really understand. I mean, I guess, I mean, if you've been doing this for, you know, 20-something odd years or however long these video games have been, supposedly, these people have been record holders for supposedly this long, I guess you kind of have to, like, either admit it or just take it on the chin. Try to stand up and prove your valid claims. Some of the excuses people come up with are the definition of incredible. Like, just, I was depressed at the time, or, I mean, I don't know. If you've lived on the West Coast, or realistically anywhere in the United States, or probably otherwise, I mean, depression's a pretty rampant disorder that people are dealing with. I mean, you watch a comedy sketch, someone stand up online, or on streaming platforms, I guess, are probably the way that people do this. I think Dave Chappelle had that decent deal with Netflix recently. He just brushed the dust off a previous comedy. Oh no. Comedy video and popped it online. Those guys are miserable in real life. Like, I'm like, I came here to watch this to be amused. And now I'm just going home feeling bad, but like I'm too empathetic for the for the amateur, or I don't even say amateur, I mean, some of these people are professional. The live stand-up circuit is a little too real for me sometimes. And they edit all that stuff out for the cushy home video versions. I mean, everybody gets sad, at least that's been my experience. I hate to say that everybody does what I do, but many of the people I know have equally gotten sad at some point in life. And the point being, I've kind of lost it here, is that to try to hold that up as a reason for why you have cheated at something seems alarming at best. And what were some of the other excuses that I saw people at the time? Because, as I said, I record these on the fly. Jacob's got the ability to edit, but the computer that I'm playing this game on, the Game of Spelunky, is not really capable of processing hours-long videos with any feasibility of uploading that any time after the recording. You know, it'd be weeks later that I have to release these. I know it's a good daily challenge doing my tea still too hot to drink between the levels. That's the problem here. I should let my tea cool down. That's my preposterous excuse for my failures. Is the temperature of the tea. Did I hear a sloth? Did I get the sloth? I don't even care about the speedrun. Was that a sloth I heard? I heard a sloth. Where's this? Where is he? This is an excitement for me. I've never seen the sloth damsel outside of the 𝑆𝑝𝑒𝑙𝑢𝑢𝑅. Oh, this little guy has made it all worth it. This is the reason I'm dedicating today's run to the sloth damsel. Where are you, sloth damsel? You're all I care about now. Beer Cat can go straight to hell. 100% Sloth Damsel. I hear him. If I die to this spider before I find that Sloth Damsel, I will be so disappointed. There he is, look at the... Would you look at this? How exciting. I've played through this game countless times, and I did see recently, if you go into the damsel selection screen and just spam the button on the dog repeatedly, you'll get the sloth. I've never just run into him in the wild. Look at that guy. Look at him. Look at this little... I don't want to rescue him. I'll miss you, Sloth man. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, dedicated to Sloth man. Alright, anyway. Start this over. That was worth it. This is how you don't take things too seriously when you're playing video games. I was getting back to my point before I was interrupted by that wonderful entity. Some of these guys apparently record their capture card. It only records in chunks. And how you know, they don't come out time-stamped with the date and time of the recording, and perhaps the length of the recording. So, you know, they fumbled around through no fault of their own, mixed up the recordings, and that's what happened. When they compiled it all into one nice long run, they just happened to slip in Wednesday's level 2 with Thursday's level 4. At that point, just, you know, say, yeah, you know what, I'm good at this game. I had an off night. I jumped on the spikes in level 1-1 because I thought I was going to save a rope. And, you know, record another video. What are you taking so much stock in this for? Almost a no. Actually, I had a good Spelunky run. My personal best. I actually did record it, and I actually did start out the recording saying, "Here I am, trying speed runs. I'm gonna beat my personal best," and then I did. And so, like, already I'm like, this doesn't even seem real to me, and I did it. And luckily, the benefit that I have of this is that, I mean, it goes on the Steam leaderboard or whatever. I don't know if that matters, or if you can cheat that too. But the benefit that I at least have is that I've got so many other videos of me terribly failing at this game, first of all. And secondly, and this is the best part, it's 2.5 minutes, I think, over the world record of this game. It's like nearly double the world record at this point. Like, I've never even gone on Moss rankings. I know Jacob has said that he has. I don't think I would be on Moss rankings with the score that I achieved, so I tried to jump on the head of the plant. I'm too focused on my stories of YouTube drama right now. Which, again, I think I mentioned this in a previous recording. It's not really something that I'm super into, but I'm starting to realize maybe I am. Maybe the algorithm's got me figured out better than I know myself. YouTube's like, oh, you like it. You like exposing people who cheated at games, don't you? Check out this lawsuit. I have watched some of Jim Sterling's videos where he talked about his lawsuit. I think that was one of the first videos I ever saw produced by that guy. And I have since admittedly gone back and watched some of his other content. And he can be, what's a nice word? A grating personality? And he really leans into that, and I really appreciate it. Not to mention, he did like Jacob sent me, he was working on like a vaporwave tutorial, like this tunnel where you just move forward through what looks like, if you did too many drugs in the 1980s, what you would see at the time. And I saw the same, like, looked like the editor for Jim Sterling must have done the same, good lord, the same video tutorial. Yeah, I am not in a good place. But yeah, some of that guy's content's pretty funny. Gotta admit. Well, maybe there's something about British accents that seem to be either popular on the YouTubes, or maybe that's just my algorithm again. I'm just finding these British channels somehow more appealing. Maybe it's because I'm secretly British. It'd be hard to tell, really. I think I've got most of the slang figured out. Set the boffins loose on that. Let loose the hogs of war. I didn't really come into this with anything planned to talk about, I mean to say. Which is probably evident by the ad hoc nature of my meandering through thoughts. This string of consciousness thing that I'm doing. Man, that is some interesting stuff. The stock that people put in their ability to, like, I've broken my odd controller in the past. You know, you play your battle royale game or your first-person shooter multiplayer game online, and some like seemingly 12-year-old, judging by the voice on the headset, is teabagging you. You know, and you break your controller. And I've been there. I get that. I get it a little bit, but I'm more annoyed usually with my own failures than the abilities of other people. Jacob and I have talked about, because like, I get frustrated when I suck at this game. That happens, but I would never get frustrated that Jacob is better at it than me. That's something that I find weird. It seems to be prevalent in some of these communities. It's like the sheer competition of it all. I don't know if there's like a disorder, or if that's just, maybe I have a disorder? Far back in the old and aged, dusty days of, I don't even remember which Halo game it was in my youth. Oh no! Why do I keep trying to jump on the plants? The lovely days of my youth when we used to play Halo, there was this guy that I was, you know, friends by proxy with. I'm sure you have a friend like that, where you see him at parties and you go to places and he's there, and you know, you have one another's number, but you've probably never talked, never chatted, never texted, never WhatsApped, messaged. But we'd be playing for some reason, which is ironic, judging by this train of thought. It was British people and like young kids he had a huge problem with. And these were like the good old days before this was Xbox. So before Xbox Live had their what do they even call it? Team chat, I think it is. But basically you go into a lobby, you just talk to one another, just, you know, free reign. The good old days. And he would get so mad if someone that was British or someone that was young beat him in a game. And he had one of those, at the time, somewhat expensive, like wireless headsets. You know, every now and then we'd be playing on a team game and be like, oh, where'd he go? Okay, you get a text message like, hey guys, sorry, my, not a text message, whatever the hell Xbox calls it, an Xbox message. Like, hey guys, sorry, headset died. But every now and then we'd be playing, and he would just get crushed by some, like, little shit-talking young kid. And you just, oh, you mother... And he'd get all, like, roided out, and then just hear, like, static. Be like, hey, man, you know, you see him the next day or the next week, and you're like, hey, what happened, man? Where'd you go last night? Like, oh, I broke another headset, like, broke another controller, I had to go out and buy a new one. This guy must have put hundreds of dollars into like Xbox peripheral hardware just because of like a young voice Master Chief just squatting repeatedly over his face. Oh, I pissed him off so bad. I think that was like around the time that here we go again. Around the time that I started taking video games less seriously. It was this guy'd get one of those like veins in his neck and be like, whoa, dude, are you alright? Like, yeah, I just hurled my old CRT television out the third-story window. Man, I wish I could remember some of his, like, Yankee slang word terms that he would throw at British people. God, they were good. Not because of their, like, you know, because of the ignorance and, like, the this was a bigger dude. I think he played and coached American football. Not professionally, you know, just at a like a local level. And he worked out and stuff. He was what some close-minded people might consider to be a little bit jockey. It was surprising to see him hanging out with some of the people that I knew when I met him. He was a cool dude. Just, you get so mad at like your little... Which, I mean, he could very well be like the guy cited in the reason for why that team chat thing was implemented, because too many moms got mad that their kid was getting screamed at by a grown man who was also talking about what he did or did not do to their mothers. Oh man, drinking and playing competitive video games against a much younger crowd that just crushes you is something that I find really amusing. Which is why, again, I don't take too much stock in my ability to set world records or crush the competition as much as I say so. I've got no qualms about not being a leader in the Game of Spelunky. Really any game anymore. I think one of the games that I was really decent at was it's called N+. I don't even remember, it was like a little stick figure ninja, and you just ran around levels. It was like a... kinda like Super Meat Boy in a way, but much lower quality graphics. Honestly, I should probably look around and see if I'm sure it's probably still a game. It's probably still a thing. But there was a single level in that game that I completed in like 7 seconds. I think I had like second place score in the world or something. No, I'm not, no, I think I had 7th place. I'm miscalculating, misremembering the numbers. I was 7th place in the world. I was like so stoked about it. Because you could go watch the replays of like every person that had played the game. You could actually see them play and how they had beaten the level. And I wasn't really that competitive at it. I just, I saw that I was 7th in the world or whatever. And so I went and I watched the playback of some of the people above me. And I had beaten the level in a way that others hadn't. Like, it was like exciting. Like, oh, look at this. I used like downward velocity to swoop around this curve. And then, turn that into upward velocity. Catapulted myself upward. And that ended up being apparently pretty damn good in the whole scheme of things. And I went back like, it must have been like a week later. It wasn't long, because I was like bragging to my friend, like, hey guys, look what I did. And you go in, and then I was like 15th just at that time. And like all of the top people above me had completed the game the same way that I did. Like I must have found like, incidentally found like an optimal route through this singular level of this one indie game. And so that was my mark on the whole speedrunner culture. Like over my entire history of playing video games, I think that was the singular mark that I left, was that I changed the way that some people beat a certain level in the game of N+. Even then, everybody's like, "Oh, you were 7th place. Look at how many people beat you." Yeah, okay, this is a silly thing that I'm competing with. I don't know, maybe I was just getting old. I'm an old person. You can probably tell by listening to me talk about Jay Leno and whichever Halo that might have been. In my days of yore. But hey, if you're sticking around for this, maybe like the video or dislike it. Give me some feedback. I'm trying to lean in to appropriate content. What I want to do is entertain you and crush the competition of Spelunky. Kneel before my incredible inputs, my gameplay, infallible decision making. No, this is a fun thing to do. Already inside. Really already playing video games. I've been playing Fallout New Vegas recently. Something I've been interested in. Because I had, and this again is proof that I am an old. I had played those games, the first couple of Fallouts, on PC. recommendation of one of my friends. Oh, jumping on the spikes again. Spikes are my jam. They're my shizzle. They're my yeet. Yeah, you know what the kids say. Pretend I said that. Grandpa lost his train of thought. Oh, cup of tea. Yeah, Fallout New Vegas. I played the other Fallout games on PC. Some of them. Didn't get to finish them. Which I think I did. I did incidentally mention this on a previous Daily Challenge duel recording during the YouTube drama algorithm change, when YouTube was like, that guy might be a bad person. I'm like, oh, what did he do? It happens a lot. You watch some videos of somebody and YouTuber exposed. Like, oh, what is he? Got super left or right wing views. Like, what did he say? What did he do? And one of those famous or infamous YouTube characters, he makes decent oh, that's unfortunate. Breakdowns of the Fallout universe. Maybe you know who I'm talking about. Maybe you don't. Maybe that's your thing. You can go figure it out. Gonna call anybody out? Have to set up a Patreon with no patrons to accrue legal money, monetize my legal fees. That sounds like a mess. But the point I was trying to get to is, love or hate this guy. He's got some decent videos. And I never realized how those games tied together. There was a giant blank spot in where I had not completed Fallout 2 entirely. At least not enough to see, like, you know, some of the endings and things that are available. And I'd only started Fallout New Vegas. And I lost that game in one of the many console crashes that I've had. Back in the day, man, you don't understand. I had me this pretty sweet console, and things got bad. That was before with the war, and then, you know, the economy. I never got around to finishing that game, so I'm just now doing it. Picked it up on Steam a while ago and forgot about it, and then just recently discovered it and like, hey, you bought this 4 years ago. Oh, I'll play that. Point being, I'm already playing games. We're already here. Might as well record myself. Maybe I can shine some light in Jacob's direction. He's a pretty talented dude. He started doing this. I was like, hey, you taught me how to play Spelunky better than I used to be. Let's have a bit of a competition. And then I pop in here and I go into 1-1 and I throw myself on spikes so I don't have to use a rope. And then I feel bad. Because it looks like a solely half-ass commitment, and I'm just like, oh, maybe I'll make it look like I just didn't feel like doing this today, so I'll record a 5-minute video and be like, alright man, I'm done, there it is, I'm fucking done, there it is. So at least I figure, you know, throw a little speedruns in here, show that I am trying and just failing. It's not for lack of interest in the continuance of the series, it is simply a lack of ability. Spirit was willing. You know, we all have those times. Apparently. Apparently subliminal. Ooh. Here's another thing I wonder. Why do people call one another absolute legends? Do you want to be an absolute legend and subscribe to my content? Is that an effective pitch? Is that tingling your marketing brain bits? Is that the secret that I don't know about? Seems like it might be the case. The number of times I have been called an absolute legend in the last few weeks of downtime on YouTube is, well, it's absolutely legendary, for lack of a better word. We never really wanted that key anyway, did we? But why don't you be an absolute legend and like or subscribe? Let me know in the comments if that works. Or if it doesn't work. All I want you to do is let me know in the comments what you think of me and that I'm pretty. Tell me I'm pretty. Tell me I'm good. I stole this right from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Got no shame, clearly. and I'm willing to admit it. Unlike some of these alleged speedrunning cheaters. See, that's come full circle. I came all the way back around to it. And check that off my list. Well, I've got this recorded amazing video gameplay going, and I'm just sitting here in front of it with my notepad and paper. Not actually playing the game at all, completely cheating. This has all been stitched together footage of several failures that I have tied together for your enjoyment. Watch the timestamps, make sure they're frame perfect, you never know. Did that level round down? That's suspicious. So Jacob and I were, originally my plan with doing this all was sort of playing the heel to Jacob's, like, general decentness, which is not an affectation by any means. But we're the type of friends, and we do rib on one another. Like to have a jokey joke every now and again. And it feels weird to sit in a room nowhere near Jacob, knowing him as well as I do, and just trash talking him. Like I even tried at the beginning. I think the worst I've done is to call him a sucker, and he even called me out on it on my last video. It's like, hey man, I ain't no sucker. I'm like, that's what you say, sucker. Video, that's like as mean as my alter ego has been capable of producing. It's just you're a sucker, like big duty head. Just generally not convincing myself or anyone that I might even potentially dislike this person, or that he's not just a genuinely nice guy. So go to Slightly Absurd. You can find him on YouTube. He's always linked in my description. If you don't go down to the description, got a link down there to the two people that I know that are better at this game than me. I mean, there are others, but the two that I have certainly watched a lot more of. Mr. 𝑏largo. Slightly Absurd. You go down to that link. You follow that to Slightly Absurd's channel. You let him know in his comments he's a sucker. And he'll know. He's gonna know. Right when he sees the word sucker, he's gonna know not only where that came from. That's what he's really gonna know. That's jokes aside. He's gonna know that that was just me encouraging you to go there to call him a sucker. But he's also gonna know that I'm telling the truth. That's what's important here. He's gonna see that and be like, oh, it's not just my buddy, apparently Subliminal, is calling me a sucker. In fact, it is the YouTube audience at large that knows wholly and truly, I'm calling bullshit. And here's why. How did I freeze and then shatter? I'm supposed to be falling right now. Oh, Spelunky, you're hiding. You're hiding some floor down there. I have discovered the secret of the ice caves. The abyss is not really an abyss. Here I've been assuming that my sprite is just continuing onward with negative numbers on the y-axis. That as I continue on to level 1-1 in my next run, man, that was poorly thrown. I have assumed that my previous run is still falling, and now we know the truth. It doesn't keep falling forever like it says. There aren't a series of my mistaken sprites that are still falling downward. There's a floor right down there. You can land on it when you freeze. Proof, right here. Exposed. I'm gonna put that in the description, in the link, in the title, in the title. It's a professional outfit here. I'm gonna capitalize the word exposed in the description and in the title. The truth of the Spelunky Abyss Exposed. You can, when you see the title of this video, it'll be the truth of the Spelunky Abyss Exposed. And if you clicked on it and then you came all the way to here, then it worked. I got you. To be fair, yes, that is some exposed truth. Which I think is how, I mean, let's be honest, that's not how these people are getting away with it. They're not getting away with it. They're not, this isn't as a skewing of the truth in their favor. This is just a bold claim of exposure. You see headlines are like, so-and-so is crushed by the competition. Jacob is a sucker. It's maybe those controversial things. That's how you draw an audience. I'm going to expose the truth of the Spelunky Abyss. I see that dramatic pause. It's another secret of the trade. Also, if you can get a pretty cute dog to lose her mind and bark in the background of your video, that helps too, I found. Here's a fun fact for the dedicated fans. You may have noticed, maybe you didn't. But if you do, read the titles of my YouTube videos. Goddamn spikes! I think you'll find that many of the more recent entries, the words that you see in the title, are actually secretly, another secret exposed, they're secretly the last thing that I said right before I died. Maybe you didn't know that. It seemed like I'm just trying to think of something really compelling, clickbaity, draw your attention, really pull the audience in, trick people who don't want to watch my YouTube videos into accidentally watching my YouTube videos, because that's how it works. You say something compelling and people are like, oh, I'm already here, I'm just gonna sit here and watch this hour-long video of this guy talking to himself, playing some game I never heard of, because I'm already here. And since that's how it works, you might have assumed that was my scam. I'm trying to pull on you guys. But no, the truth is, these titles are just the last thing I utter right before I throw myself on spikes in the jungle. At least recently. For a while there, I was doing the capitalized thing and realized that irony is... What is that? Oh... I mean, this isn't just the band that I can't think of. 𝐷𝑈𝐸𝐿 Escape Plan. It's not just a 𝐷𝑈𝐸𝐿 Escape Plan album. Irony is kind of a dead scene. Especially in an age of like internet trolls. Accusations of being... I've been accused of being a troll for both the left and right political sides. I've literally been accused, and I use that word in the millennial sense. I have sincerely been accused of being either a shill or a troll for both sides of arguments. Not always at the same time. I guess that's not... It wouldn't... No, that was the best frog I've ever seen. It's about to crush me to death. Thanks, Mr. Frog. At least he died. Not at the same exact time, you know, in different conversations. I have been accused of having both extreme left and right opinions, and of being a troll. So, in these times of irony, I think it's probably better to just genuinely just be yourself. Just, or generally, or both. Both are applicable. Generally, genuinely be yourself, I think. It's probably the best bet. And I think that's another reason why I find it hard to, like, play the heel to Jacob's, the antagonist to Jacob's protagonist. Not only is, you know, like I said, he's a pretty nice guy. I feel like, you know, on some level, if I'm not calling him a sucker and encouraging other people to do so, going beyond that, it's not really my bag. Maybe that's getting old too. I'm saying things like my bag. Being old. That's what being old gets you. You become irrelevant. You say the word dunk to a millennial, or what I consider to be a millennial, but apparently I am also one. They laugh at you. You say, well, I'm old, and they say, well, no, you're not old. And you say, well, then why did you laugh at me using the word donk? And that's how you can tell. If you're not sure, if you're old, or you're in some sort of denial, you think, nah, I'm still young, I'm still youthful, I'm still cool. All you gotta do, walk up to someone that's younger than you, and it could be a relative, it could be a neighbor, anyone, really. Preferably someone you know. Don't do it to someone stranger, some stranger's kid. Don't be put on a list. Just walk up there and just say one of those words you've seen on the internet out loud to one of them. See how they react. If they spit out their juice box all over the table. I almost said jukebox there, but I caught myself in the nick of time and it came out really oddly. Now I'm aware of it, so I'm gonna point it out more. Like, hey guys, you see this shit on my face? Just in case. In case you didn't. Now you do. If they spit their juice box out on the table, then you're gonna know you are indeed an old. Maybe it's time to stop saying the things you're saying. Stop following the old social media trends. Quit talking about that Joe Dirt guy or whoever he was. Dog the Bounty Hunter. All those animals. Doing the dope yeet challenge or whatever it is you're doing. Maybe it's time to call it off. You had fun. Had a good time. You were relevant. Things changed. We got old. Nobody thinks we're cool anymore. It's okay. It'll be alright. You don't have to be cool to die on spikes in the jungle. Unless you're me, and it's a necessity. It's absolutely a requirement to be cool if you want to land on the spikes. I think I probably do this all day. There is an infinitely generated opportunity for me to repeatedly land on spikes. Ad infinitum. Add spikes. What I did there is I took ad infinitum ad astra. Possibly the catchphrase of one space dude. I turned that around to using an English word, meaning spikes, because I don't know Latin, or any Latin-derived languages, well enough to know what the word for spikes might be in Latin. But, let me smash that like button, because that was a great joke. Smashing that like button. Here's another one. Ya boy? Why do people do that? You can say it's ironic. I joked about it with my girlfriend even. I'm like, but people are like, hey, it's your boy. No, it's not. You're no one's boy. No one has ever referred to you. No one has ever been, hey, it's my boy. And you're like, yeah, that's me. That's anyone who has used the phrase, it's your boy, in a YouTube video, except referentially in this manner. And I can almost guarantee, I'm not going to talk in certainties, but I'm going to say I'm 99% certain no one, not even just no one that's with it, no one that's groovy, no one with their thumb on the pulse of culture, but it just no one, full stop, has ever called that person their boy. That's just simply untrue. And that's my rant about it. Maybe quit doing it. This is what I'm trying to say. I'm old. I don't like when you're saying donk, because I'm not allowed to, because I'm old. We say booty. We spell it with too many O's or not enough other letters. Ironically, I come out in defense for a word, and I'm trying to think of what the word is, but Grandpa can't remember, so give me a minute. Oh, thick. Thick was one. Someone was complaining about the word thick. And I'm like, well, I mean, there's that generation where everyone said you were hot, and you put 2 T's on it. And back when everyone had like the usernames that were like Big Mac, Dog, 69, 420. Dog with 2 G's, right? Dog with 2 G's, because everyone became Snoop Dogg. 15 years after that guy started his career. And they all talked about how hot people were. Guys, girls, you know, whomever, whatever you're into. We're hot with 2 T's. Like, that's just, you know, they got thick. They spell it wrong. Welcome to being old. I'm okay with it. I have accepted it. Maybe this is the opportunity for you to do the same. I'm not saying I like it. Definitely won't use it. And the reason is, I don't like wiping juice box off the countertop. I guess maybe it's possible. Maybe you got kids that are the right age, where you can say yeet and feel like it's not, they're rolling their eyes at you. They go to their little gamer chair, they plop on their headset, they dial into the web, and they're making fun of you. I'm making fun of you, and I'm old, so I'm just letting you know. Quit saying yeet. Saying you boy. Don't say you boy. You're no one's boy. You're your parents' boy, hopefully. That's it. No, hopefully there's someone in the past that may have referred to you as their boy, with, you know, some sense of pride or accomplishment. There's memes. I meme. I'm hip. But that's it. No one else has called you their boy. Stop saying you're people's boy. Oh man, I almost found myself on the spikes again. I was, ooh, black market, look at that. I saw those spikes coming, a mile away. I didn't, I almost fell on them again. The secret for success, get yourself a Matic. Stop calling yourself people's boy. You're no one's boy. I watch your channel. I enjoy your content. You're not even my boy. No! At least it wasn't spikes. Yeah, look, there's a jetpack in there too. I should have grabbed that jetpack. What was I doing? Why don't I just bomb everything? I'm just ranting at it. Like maybe you came here to listen to me talk about how I'm angry at old people and young people at the same time. If you're not my demographic, well, it's these sorts of jokes. I'm starting to hear why people have been accusing me of shilling for the right there. And then I'm like, no man, everybody's cool, do what you want. They're like, oh, okay, well, there we went. There went to the other side, you waffler. So I guess that'll be my my evil wrestling name, as I'm healing against Jacob. I'm the waffler! No, I'm already, that's like you boy, it's already annoyed me. I'm done with it. Go in the comments, call me the waffler. I dare you. Drag up this video. Point to it. Tell me why I'm now being. I bet you Jacob starts calling me the waffler. This is what I've done to myself. This is the problem with recording live without editing. You sit down, you push the button, you record the thing, you talk, you play the game, you stop, upload it. Now you're trapped with whichever words that came out of your mouth, whatever dusty words fell out of your dusty mouth, full of dust. Now you're stuck with them for eternity. And it could be argued, you just don't upload the video. That's not how we roll here. No, we celebrate our failures and the multitudinous nature of them. I'm confused by where the exit is. And so, oh, yeah, alright, this is an interesting level layout. This is an uncommon exit location for me. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, failure. I'm okay with it. This is all just proof that I tried and failed in the daily challenge duel, and that's all that happened. No reason to think I'm not trying. This is me trying. This is just a supplement to that speedrun video as proof that I even felt like it was a fluke. That's just me being real. That's just, I can't. I'm not even, I can't say you boy. I can't even do it unironically. I can't even do it ironically. I keep pre-hearing it come out of my mouth. It's just frustrating me that this is a phrase in the common parlance, which I have adopted, my Yankee slang words, to try to appear less British to you. Let the conspiracies go. Rumor mill's running rampant. My nationality. I mean, really what I'm doing here is just practicing my voice acting. I mean, you've heard all these funny voices I'm doing. Ooh, we got a redo. This is just all voice acting practice. Let's see how well I can fool Hollywood into thinking I am from across the pond. Fish and crisp. Oh, fish and chips. I've got a Bobby in the boot because I'm a gangster. Just trying to think if I know of any other Britishisms. Or perhaps pretending that I don't, because I do know many. That's the secret of the abyss exposed. So you'll know someday when you're watching some big budget production like TMNT 15, Turtles in Time. When they redo Turtles in Time, when they've scraped so far into the dregs of the barrel of Hollywood that they're making Turtles in Time they're making it again. You hear my voice on it, you'll hear it, you'll know. That's that British fucker. That's that chap from the YouTubes. What said he was old like? See, the secret there is to approach the shopkeeper when he's facing the opposite direction. He's dumb enough to run away from you. I'm not sure why. Ooh, we got some spikes. Should I fall on the spikes just out of, like, sheer habit or nostalgia? Oh, that's right, I got climbing gloves. I forgot I had climbing gloves. Look at that. Fancy that. Fancy that. Well, hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for wasting your time with me. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button. If you didn't enjoy it, hit the dislike button. I don't care. Either way, let me know. But subscribe. Or, instead of any of that, forego all of those YouTube shills. Go check out Slightly Absurd. Pop down in the comments and call him a sucker. Super easy. Do me a favor. Other than that, hey, stay safe. Stay sane. Wash your hands. Alright? Hey, I'm gonna hear this end card. We're gonna do this end card. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Check this shizzle out. For show.